Sup people, it's your boy Slide. In this video I want to talk about American women. It's been about almost a year, or about a year since I approached an American woman. The last girl I approached was 2016, around August, September. I met this girl, I saw this girl in the library, so as soon as the library closed, she was walking out, I just saw her, I started talking to her, and, I thought everything was cool, we were chatting for a little bit, asked for a number, she gave me her number, but when I called the number, as soon as we left, I called her number, or I texted the number, it was fake. And that was the time when I just finally said, you know what, I'm done. I'm done approaching females out here, man. It's too much work, too much energy, with no benefit. Women don't understand that approaching them is not easy. It's very difficult. Because many girls are so picky, they're so judgmental, that a lot of times guys get nervous because if you say one thing she does not like, she will immediately lose interest. Immediately. That's why guys get nervous on dates. And this is what happens a lot of times. When I was in my 20s, when a girl gave me a fake number, yeah, it pissed me off, but it was like, whatever. You know what? Since one said no, since one of them said no, another one will say yes later, whatever. That's how that worked. But when you into your 30s and above, when you get a fake number, it makes you not want to approach at all. Because it makes you not want to waste your time. I don't care how much game you got or how much confidence you got. If a woman gives you a fake number, it will mess up your confidence immediately. It will. So the dating game out here is just a whole nother ball game. I don't even know what they want anymore. Because they say they want this, then once they get it, they don't want it. And that's the way it goes. So many females today in America are so messed up. They are ruining their careers, their lives, over something that they cannot have. For example, there was a story that happened in the news recently. A 37-year-old woman, fine as hell, was arrested for having sexual contact with two underage boys. And now, I think she's from the state of Michigan, and now she, if convicted, she is reaching a minimum of 4 years in prison. There's another story. There was a college student, a 20-year-old college student was arrested for having sexual contact with a 14-year-old boy. Oh, there's more. There's so many stories just this year alone. So many of them. Then let's go over to the correctional facility. Female correctional officers and staff have been arrested for having sexual contact with inmates. One correctional officer was arrested for having sexual contact with a convicted murderer. Convicted murderer. And I think she was pregnant and she got knocked up by him too. 23 years old, 23, 24. She's pregnant by a convict. That baby, if she keeps it, will never get to see her father. Will never get to see his or her father. These are the women, these are the men that females are choosing. Some women are having sex with their bosses whom they know are married. but they know they'll never be number one. But this is what's going on, right? Women are having all this sexual contact with all these people, and it makes you, the decent guy, question your own sanity. It makes you question your own sanity. Because here you are, trying to get your shit together and be successful in life. Here comes this person, here comes the woman like the same age as you, is banging underage boys. Or they won't even talk to you. It makes you question your own sanity sometimes. That's what happens. That's why Elliot Rodgers went crazy. What he did and killed those random people was not acceptable, nor do I condone it. I'm speaking on the fact that he made videos talking about how he was so upset that no woman would talk to him. No woman would go out with him. Nothing. And he was saying the whole time, like, yo, I'm decent. I'm respectful. I'm honest. And yet these losers somehow are getting all the women. When people say women like thugs, people think it's a joke. But I have seen it before. I have seen beautiful women with losers. I've seen it. Like one time, I was in the mall one time. I saw this beautiful girl. Young, I think she's like probably 18 or 19, I'm guessing. One, beautiful, right? The guy she was walking with was a dude with a tattoo all over his neck. And I'm not judgmental. Look, I don't judge people, but based on what I know about working in the professional world, if you have a tattoo on your neck or on your face, you're not really working you're not working a high-paying job, because most companies will not hire such people. That's why many companies always ask, do you have visible tattoos? They don't want tattoos visible on your body because it doesn't look representable. It doesn't. I have seen hobos get women. Seen all the time. And the decent guy, the whole time he's here working his ass off for a better future, he can't get a girl to go out with him. These are the things that make our society go backwards. I know in other countries, like I know for African countries, they are taught from day one to only pursue a man who has goals, who has stuff going for himself. Because if you get a man that has a plan, he can provide for you, he can take care of you. But America is a whole nother ball game out here. It seems like women only go for good guys after they get knocked up by some random loser. That's what I've noticed. Because I've seen single mothers out here acting as if they deserve the best. A lot of them aren't even grateful and say, hey, this guy and I like each other. No, they're not even grateful that this guy likes him. No. She feels entitled. But a lot of these girls, they get a wake-up call when they realize that the guys they want don't want to date them. That's why so many women always lie. Not always, but many women lie about having kids. When they date a guy for a couple of months, what happens? Everything's going good, right? Then maybe 5 or 6 months into a relationship, I want you to know that I have kids. Thinking that because they spent so much time together, that the guy will accept the fact she's a single mom. Because she knows most guys don't want to date single moms. And she knows this. So the dating field in the United States is totally backwards. So a lot of guys don't understand. A lot of guys are confused on how females think. But these women today are so out of control in the sense of their expectations. It's ridiculous. So this is what's really going on in the dating field. The dating field is all messed up in America. It's backwards. I don't waste my time anymore. Like I live in Seattle, so when I went out a few days ago, there were so many girls, pretty, beautiful. Like, man, there were beautiful girls was walking around, some at the bus stop. Many of them looked very unapproachable. I didn't even know what to say to them. I wanted to say hello, how you doing? I wanted to chat, but so many of them had this unapproachable vibe. Some were wearing their headphones on their ears or they're on their phone, making no eye contact. And it kind of made me feel like, man, like, don't waste my time. And I was there just walking around. I wanted to say hello to so many girls, but something really told me that it wasn't going to go anywhere. It wasn't going to go anywhere because if I do talk to her, she'll probably give me the vibe that I'm bothering her, or she'll give me a fake number, or she just won't respond. And I know all these games. That's why it's not really natural no more to approach. A lot of people I've seen weren't talking to nobody. Yes, you have some people walking together, but the vibe I saw was a lot of people weren't even talking to each other. It's just like hi and bye. Not hi and bye, but more like walking alone, no eye contact. One stands here, one stands there, no one's talking to each other. That kind of vibe. You know what I mean? So that was really going on when I was in the city. So the dating field is not fun. It's not fun for most guys. And women have all the power. But the power is now being shifted as men are becoming MGTOW. MGTOW is growing in higher numbers because men are tired of the bullshit. Men are just tired. Women can do whatever they want with no consequences. Women can make the most craziest demands, but if you make a demand, they say you're too picky. That's what's going on in the dating field these days. That's why the dating field today is all messed up. So this is what's going on. I feel, honestly, that American women today have totally messed up the game. They messed it up because these same women are now going online crying about how decent men won't approach them, how men aren't men anymore. And they use all these shaming tactics to make a man feel guilty or make a man feel less of what he is, because they can't get a man that will submit to her every demand. And the truth is about women in America today, they don't care if a man dates a foreign girl. They don't care if a man approach them or not. They only get upset when a man who is financially stable won't date them, because she wants to tap into his resources. She don't care about him. She wants his resources. If you were a poor guy and you date a foreign chick, women don't care. They say whatever. He's broke. Who cares? But if you're financially stable, you make good money. Oh, the only reason why he's dating this foreign girl is because he wants a slave. He wants someone that will submit to his every need. They use those type of shaming tactics. But the truth is, right, a lot of these women, they don't like to work. So that's why they want to tap into a man's resources. They'll get it through child support, or she'll manipulate him through giving him sex all the time. Like, this is what they do. Women in America today have nothing to offer you in a relationship. Apart from sex, they can't offer you anything. They really can't offer you anything of real value. They can't. When it comes to conversations, they can't. Most of them cannot hold an intelligent conversation. All they want to do is give you sex to make you, just to give you the best feeling at that moment. That's why a lot of girls you see, they spend all their time in the gym. They spend all their time working in the gym because it gives them, they spend their time in the gym to get the perfect body so that the man that they want or a rich guy will, you know, take them in. This happens all the time. And women, American women today are not worth the stress, they're not worth the headache, and they're not worth the benefit to be with. I don't even think most girls even like sex. I think they use sex as a form of control over their partner. I don't think they actually like sex at all. I don't think. Maybe that's just my opinion. But to what I've noticed, MGTOW is going to grow. It's going to get more beneficial. And they're going to do their thing. You know? People keep... it's funny how people like crying about the race card. Talking about black men and Asian men and this and that. The truth is, women are all the same. I know men like to play the race card among themselves and shit, but the truth is, women are all the same in this society. They're all the same. They don't care. Let me tell you something about women you understand. You can find the most racist woman of any nationality, right? But if she finds a man that is rich or financially stable, her racist mentality would disappear immediately. Because women don't care about racism. They don't care about that shit. They don't care about, because all they want is a man that will support her lifestyle. That's all she wants. So when people keep talking that race nonsense when it comes to dating, I don't even listen to it. I don't even believe it. Like Plenty of Fish and those dating websites, those girls are the most, they have those things where they say, no blacks or no Asians, right? But in reality, if they met an Asian guy or a black guy who makes 6 figures, her perspective would change immediately. So that's why I don't even listen to that racist crap when it comes to dating in America. But overall, I think MGTOW is going to become more popular because men have refused to get into relationships. And it's now messing up, it's messing up the whole entire system now. It's messing up the whole entire culture now. Or the dating culture, at least. Because so many guys nowadays are not falling for it. So the thing is, I think dating in America is just not worth it. That's one thing I can really say. And you guys already know how it is. And that's the way it goes in America. I think what's happening now is that these females are going to have to learn the hard way to fend for themselves. Because you now have men refusing to get married or refusing to get into a serious relationship, right? And single mothers, most of them live on a fixed income since they have no man in the house. So it's now going to affect their quality of life and their needs. So this is what's going on. This is what people need to understand. Some of these girls are now gonna sell their bodies for money and shit. A lot of these women today, I'm not all of them, but I called one girl online one time. I called this girl, and she basically said that the cost of living is so high, at least in Seattle area, the cost of living is so high that she's looking for a sugar daddy. She's looking for a sugar daddy, a guy that will, you know, take care of her rent, her basic needs. So this is what's going on. You feel me? This is what's happening in the United States nowadays, man. So yeah, so that's all I gotta say about this video. Let me know what you think. Peace.